All right, guys. So I am back, and here is the finished result of my cake, butter cake. It looks amazing, to say the least. And yeah, I gotta touch the top. I clean my hands, so no worries. I stay in water. But oh, that pan is hot. Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, the coloration on the top and the bounce back. You see that? This is how I like to test my cakes. Now, if you push down on your cake, on the top of your cake, and there's even the slightest imprint of a finger in it, that means it's not quite done. You might want to leave it in the oven a little bit longer. But this one, as you can see, bounce back. The crust is perfect. And let me stop molesting this cake and get over here and do this sauce. So, this sauce requires actually granulated sugar, 3/4 cups of granulated sugar. So what I'm going to do is get out my 1/4 cup measuring cup, because that's just how I like to do it. Okay, 3/4 cups. So this is 1/4. This is 2/4, and this is 3/4 of white granulated sugar. And we're going to put into that 1/3 cup of butter. Let me get my knife so I can cut this stick of butter. I'm sorry, y'all. I was in stuff mode for a hot second. This is going to be delicious, guys. So, I'm putting this 1/3 cup of butter into the pot. Okay, let me put this eye on low while I'm thinking about it. And to that, I'm going to add 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Now, you can use your measuring cup or wing it when it comes to vanilla. Everybody likes a different amount of vanilla. I'm a vanilla girl, but the way prices of vanilla is set up, I'm just gonna measure. And that's 2 tablespoons of that. There we go. I think this is gonna be delicious. Now, this is my first time trying this particular recipe, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be good because it has all my favorite things in it, and that's usually how I find my recipes. I go through recipes, who knows how many in a day, and decide which ones has the ingredients that fits my zhuzh the most. So, to the pot, you're also going to add 3 tablespoons of water, which I'm going to take the pot over here to my sink. And I'm still using my measuring spoon, my tablespoon measurer. And I'm going to put 3 tablespoons of water in here. Now this water is going to help get this sugar melting and everything together. Now you do not, I repeat, you do not want to boil this. You just want the granules of sugar and the butter to be nice and dissolved and everything incorporated. Do not let it boil. Do not. And what we're going to do once we melt all of this down is poke holes into the cake while it's still hot out the oven and pour it over the top of it while it's still in the pan. So this butter cake is gonna absorb all of this butter and sugary goodness, and it should be delicious, like, honestly. Now, the experimenter in me is tempted to add just a little tap of vanilla creamer just to kick it up a tiny notch, but I mean 2 tablespoons of vanilla should be enough, right? If I had some hazelnut creamer, now I would suggest adding a tablespoon of that, like maybe even instead of the water because you don't want it too liquidy, add 1 tablespoon of the hazelnut creamer and 2 tablespoons of water. Now that might be good as hell. So yeah, I'm just breaking up this chunk of butter so that it can incorporate quicker without, you know, letting it get to that boiling point. And I'm a little impatient because, yeah, I'm greedy. And the way I've been craving cake, like I moved here like right before Christmas. So we didn't have Christmas. We didn't have Thanksgiving really because we were in the middle of getting ready to move and packing and things. So I haven't really baked anything for the holiday season. No, I made some oatmeal cookies, but that don't count. I mean like nothing that's super festive. And to me, cake just says Christmas. But yeah, so like I'm excited to eat this. There's no other way to put it. I'm just excited to eat this. But yeah. I haven't really been into baking as much as I used to, just because I've been working on eating way healthier. And I mean, cake is not a mainstay in that new way of eating. I mean, it's an occasional thing. And I'm okay with that because I'm not really a sweets person. I'm more of a savory kind of girl anyway. But sometimes you just get that sweet tooth. And for me, I'm like a food snob, kind of. Well, not kind of, but I am. And if it's not made correctly, I feel some type of way. So usually, I make it myself. If I don't know how to make it, I will look up a recipe and, you know, adjust some things to my liking, and there you go. So yeah, the sugar is dissolving. As you can see, you can still see some granules on the side, but for the most part, it's coming together and getting smooth. You see that? Now we just got to get the rest of this. I got it on super low. That's my eye right there. And it's on number 2. So you see, I was in here breaking up the butter just so it can melt quicker, and it's actually almost done. I still see some granules in it, which the camera is probably not picking up, so I'm just going to keep stirring. Excuse me, y'all. My mouth is watering a little bit. But yeah. Oh, it's coming together now. It looks good. It's not the traditional glaze that we usually see on pound cakes and loaf cakes and things like that. It's, I guess, some old school thing I never tried. But I'm excited to try it. I mean, it can't be bad. Sugar, butter, vanilla. I'm here for it. So, okay, what we're going to do now, while the rest of that just melts down, I'm going to leave it alone for a hot second. I'm going to come over here. Now, typically, I would like to use a skewer, but since we don't have one, I'm just going to use my knife. Oh my God, that cake is soft. Like, you can tell it's moist as hell. I can feel the knife going through the cake, and it's super moist. I'm making nice holes, probably 1 inch apart, but trying to make them even, just so the cake can be evenly, so the cake can evenly soak up all this yummy goodness we about to pour on top of it. You hear that crust? Can you hear it? This is gonna be so good. And I'm gonna let this sit on the turntable for about, what, maybe 20 minutes or so, and let all of this yummy yum soak in. Back over here to this. I got a little bit, you see the, like it's getting, I guess opaque is what you would call that in chef terms. But we're just gonna say it's coming together. It's getting nice and glossy. The butter is almost completely melted. That means it's heated enough. And I'm gonna turn this eye off and just let the last pieces of butter just melt down up in there. Oh my God, this looks so good. Either that, or I just haven't had sweets in forever. But I'm super excited. Okay? That's perfect. Okay, guys. So we're gonna come over here and we're gonna give you some little food porn. See that, guys? I'm sorry about this camera. I'm over here looking at this cake like OMG, bitch. OMG. Now, as you can see, all that glaze is nice and poured on top of the cake. And we're gonna let that sit and soak in, you know, until it's all dissolved. And some of it, I'm sure, is gonna solidify around the edge or whatnot. But yeah, like, that's freaking amazing. That's gonna be amazing. And I wish I could give you guys a piece, but you know, instead I gave you a video. Oh my God, look at the melanin on this cake. But yeah, okay, excuse me. Let me stay focused. Okay, focus. So yeah, I gave you guys the blueprint on how to make this cake. So, try it out and let me know how it is. Comment down below, like, subscribe for more cooking videos, and who knows what else I might bring to you guys, because I'm just random like that. But OMG. That button. All right, y'all, I'm back, and OMG. Do you see the coloration on this cake, y'all? Don't worry about my hands. I stay in water, but I have to touch my cake, and it's perfect. I'm not one to stick holes in it, but you see that bounce back? Look, you see that? There's no no finger imprint left in the top of the cake. That means it's done through and through.
Yes.
It's so pretty.
It smells so good.
It's so pretty. Look at it. Yum.
Imagine.
Okay, I can do this forever, so let's move on. I'm such a foodie. Judge your mother. Okay, so work with me as I set this up for y'all while I make this little sauce drizzle situation.
Yeah, the
Mommy,
glaze.
over there. My mother's over there waiting, y'all. She's salivating. She smells cake all through the house, and she wants some now, damn it.
Yeah, boy.
But anywho, so this is what I'm going to do for this one. Let me get my little measuring cup. I'm going to get, for this one, a 1/4 cup measuring cup, because it requires 3/4 cup of white sugar. So, and here we go. That's this. I didn't say powdered sugar. I said white sugar. Mommy, can I record my video? Like, tell me after. We can't do. Mom, right? All right, no, I'm stopping because.